For today's menu, I'm going to walk you through a different take on steak frites, which involves homemade curly fries, some delicious 14-day aged pan-roasted venison rib chops from Maui Nui with a peppercorn cream sauce that blends everything together just perfectly. In addition, Maui Nui provided me with their non-aged rib chops to help me get a really good one-to-one comparison on the two cuts and how they contrast each other in different ways. I'll have a link to check out their Ohana box that's packed with their best venison offerings of the season, including their 14-day aged products. So make sure to check my description box for the link. The recipe is going to be a good one, so let's get into it. First up on the agenda are the curly fries, and with that I'll be using an old school apple cutting and coring device to make almost perfect potato spirals. This is a must-have for this recipe, so I'll make sure to have a link in my description box for it. I'd recommend using small to medium potatoes for this recipe as well. Once the potatoes are curlified, get a pot filled about halfway up the sides with frying oil and bring it up to about 300 degrees Fahrenheit and fry the potatoes for 5 minutes or so. After they've been par fried, transfer them to a rack and set them off to the side to cool down. Next up are the rib chops from Maui Nui, and like I said earlier in the video, Maui Nui provided me with their 14-day aged and non-aged rib chops to use in this recipe, and I'm super stoked to taste the flavor profiles of each. I'm going to season them with a blend of peppercorns that I've really been enjoying lately on various cuts of red meats, and it's just a simple blend of red, black, and green peppercorns in a peppercorn mill. Once you've mixed in the peppercorns into the mill, about a third, and a third of each, season the chops with a good amount of the coarsely ground pepper mix, a good pinch of salt, and you're going to cook them in a hot pan for about 7 minutes or so total cooking time. I like to sear with the fat side down first, then I cook both sides for about 2 to 3 minutes each, finishing everything with a butter bath of garlic, thyme, rosemary, and oregano. After they're done cooking, allow them to rest for at least 5 to 7 minutes. In that same pan that you cook the rib chops, pour some of the drippings from the rib chops along with a good helping of that freshly cracked peppercorn medley. Briefly fry those up to release their flavors, then deglaze with sherry vinegar and reduce by half. After that, add in the Worcestershire sauce, reduce that by half again, pour in the cream and reduce that by half one last time, then season with a bit of salt and reserve this sauce in a warm spot and cover. Now it's time to finish up those curly fries. So get your frying oil up to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit and carefully drop in the par-cooked curly potatoes and cook them for around 7 minutes. Once the bubbles in the oil subsides a bit, and most importantly, the potatoes have a super golden brown color and are very crispy, the curly fries are pretty much ready to go. While those are finishing up though, chop up some Italian parsley and thinly slice some chives to season the fries with. Once the curly fries are done, place them in a bowl with a few paper towels to absorb any excess grease, then season with salt, parsley, and chives to finish. Now it's time to plate this up. Now to assemble everything, place the crispy curly fries down onto a plate in a large mound, then stack a few of the venison chops around the fries. Pour the peppercorn sauce into a small ramekin and top with chives and a bit more of that peppercorn medley. Finish the chops with some garlic and herb drippings, and this dish is ready for the table. I've had the unique privilege of trying out a few of Maui Nui's venison cuts the last several months, but the 14-day aged product that they have in-house now is quite spectacular. It has a more robust flavor from the aging process that holds up really well to almost any cooking process, but I prefer pan roasting just about any day of the week, especially with a garlic and herb butter bath. While the non-aged rib chops are very clean and bright flavored and still super tender, the 14-day wet aging really does give it a whole new dimension of depth and almost a nutty or earthy flavor profile to work with. Make sure to give Maui Nui a really good look if you're curious about the world of venison, since they are truly the best out there. Check my description box for a link to their site along with ingredients for this recipe, and I'll see you next time with another video. Later, folks.